The Macon Rotary Club is hosting its annual Shrimp Fest this Saturday. Joining us next are Angie Pringer and Chuck Spencer with more on the event.
The Macon County Rotary Shrimp Fest has become one of our signature events here in Macon, and people look forward to it every year, and this year is no different. And I'm pleased to be joined by my fellow Rotarians, Angie Pringer, and we have Chuck Spencer as well. And they're both here to talk a little bit about the event this weekend coming up, and so thank you both for joining us today. Angie, this is the 8th year of the Shrimp Fest, so if you could give us a little bit of the history about the Shrimp Fest over the years.
Well, as you know, Darren, and what we'd like to share with the viewers is that your Macon County Rotary Club is very excited to present yet another annual Shrimp Fest at the Expo Center south of Macon. And so this started 8 years ago when we were looking for an annual event where we could really do all of our fundraising at one specific time each year and do something that really got the community excited and something that they also could look forward to. And so we've had much success and a great response from the community, and hope that everyone's looking forward to coming out Saturday night.
And from a starting standpoint, can you tell us a little bit about maybe where the idea came from when we first looked at this event for the Rotary Club?
Sure. Well, we didn't want to reinvent the wheel, and so we had the opportunity to attend an event similar in the Centralia community, and it happened to be sponsored by their Knights of Columbus, and so it was very well received from the community, and we felt like would be something new for Macon, certainly with the shrimp theme. That was something new as far as our meal, and Rotary Club was very excited about it, and so it has become our signature event.
Great, great. Can you tell us a little bit about the tickets, how those are available, where we can get those from if we haven't already purchased yet?
Yes. Every Rotarian usually has a supply of tickets if you can identify someone that's already part of the club. If not, Jerry Hayes is our treasurer, and she works at the U.S. Bank North, and so if there are any extra tickets, they would be available there.
Great, great. How much are the tickets?
$35, and that includes all-you-can-eat shrimp, prime rib, excellent potato, salad. We also put a ticket on the stub where you can win $500 cash drawing at the end of the evening.
All right. Well, it makes me hungry just kind of thinking about the event as we've gone through. It's always a great meal, and we appreciate all those involved from a food standpoint as well, too. So, Chuck, let's talk a little bit about, we have the great food and we have the great atmosphere going on, but the auction is a big part of the night on that. And so can you maybe talk about some of the unique auction items we have available this year?
Yes, I'd love to. We found this to be a fun part of the evening. The Rotarians all come together and contribute an auction item, and many times they go together to contribute bigger items, but we come up with a tremendous variety of items so that virtually everyone that attends will have the opportunity to see something that they might have interest in. And we can get items, we already have items listed this year from things like a mini iPad, to a ladies' coach leather purse, to sporting event tickets, to very nice baskets and prints. There's a very unique coffee table being presented. There is a vintage popcorn machine. So there's quite a variety of things that will be auctioned. And I'd just like to take this moment to thank the residents of the community for being such great supporters. This is, as Angie mentioned, our signature event for the year, and the support has just been tremendous in years gone by, of the generosity that people that come to this event show, and how it supports our club's activities throughout the year.
Chuck, if you could tell us a little bit about maybe who the auctioneer is that night, some of the participants involved with that process?
Sure. We've always tried to use local auctioneers, and this year will be the first time, but David Christie from Atlanta is going to be the auctioneer for us this time. He graciously agreed to donate his time and efforts, and I think most people probably know David, and I think he'll do a really good job for us.
Great. Yes, we look forward to it. I mean, it's just such a great program. I myself, as a Rotarian, just love being involved in that, and we just get such great support within our club on that. So, Angie, could you tell us a little bit about, within the community, how these proceeds benefit those organizations?
Sure, and that's a very important part as to why we even have a Shrimp Fest. And so the Rotary Club does like to support many local charities and special events that go on in our community. And so the monies that are raised from our Shrimp Fest, we do return to many different organizations throughout the year, and many of those you'll be familiar with. The Literacy Center has had or received repeated contributions from the Rotary Club. We also are proud to support our local library. We support activities at the school, particularly the International Egg class that travels internationally each year with a special event. We've worked with the local FFA. We support Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, the YMCA. So I made a list here. We may leave someone out, but Macon County Ministries is another group that we've supported through the funds raised with Shrimp Fest. That also leads to the food bank, donations made there. And we have a foreign exchange student that we bring to the community every year, which we think is a really important part of spreading that international peace and understanding, and really gives our high school students, as well as our older adults in the community, to experience this year a little bit of Germany. So Carla is here with us from Germany, and so we support her too in that event.
Great. As I said, all of us really take a great benefit or a great pride in this event that it really is from the members of the Rotary Club on that we're able to do that internally as an organization and see such great things over the years. So I appreciate you both talking a little bit about the benefits of that and how that is going through on the event. And last year we did something new as well. We did a raffle for a tablet at the door, and we're looking to do that again this year. On that, we're looking at offering a Microsoft tablet, and we're kind of working on all the details of that, but we will have that available for a raffle drawing the night of the event as well. So that's another item to look forward to, along with the numerous auction items that Chuck has spoken to. So again, this Saturday, we start with a 5:30 social hour in regards to it. We have dinner at 6:30, and then our auction will start at 8 o'clock that night. So we ask everyone to come out. Some tickets are still available going through. As we spoke, they're available with Jerry Hayes up at North US Bank. So stop in. We look forward to everyone attending on that, and really just, again, appreciate our community to come forward and allow us to do such a great event that we look forward to every year and going through. So thank you both for joining, and hope to see you there that night.
Thanks to all, and great job, Darren.
Thank you.
If you haven't already done so, get your tickets now.
And finally, the vacant building in the Macon Industrial Park west of Grand Uban was purchased by a company out of Jefferson City. The seller and buyer made the announcement at the Macon Economic Development Office, and CVTV was there.
Okay, my name's Bruce Boland. I'm with First Continental Group out of Des Moines, Iowa. And my two compadres here are the managers and officers of Iowa Growth Investors. And that company is formed to do nothing more than create jobs. Buy companies, buy into companies, and make them grow. And the reason I wanted Frank here today is that I've been doing this all my life. And about 2001, we had an opportunity to come down here and solve a problem. I think that's a fair way to say it.
That worked.
And the company that was down here in the industrial park was financially bankrupt. The state was on them, the county was on them, the city was on them, the banks were on them. And so we flew down here and bought the company and bought the industrial park. And because of Frank, the whole thing has worked out. Frank is the guy that made this project out here at Bailey's, is that the street? Whatever it is. Belize Street is the guy that made this thing work. Right after we bought it at the end of 2001, 2 weeks later, the plant blew up. And it took us 6 months to rebuild the plant into 2002. And the reason I tell you that story is that Frank solved a problem that facility had with the city. And I understand somebody else here with the city was involved. And because of their effort, we stayed here, rebuilt the facility, made it twice as big as it was, and then sold it to a very large company out of St. Louis, who doubled it again. So Frank created the jobs continue to go. I understand later the St. Louis people sold it to somebody else, and that kind of stubbled. and it's been stumbling ever since. But I made a commitment. First Continental made a commitment to this guy that we bought this to create jobs. We're still doing it in our other companies. And I promised Frank that when we bought that park, we were going to create as many jobs as we could. We did that with half the park. When we sold off half the park, we ended up with the other half of the park. And we have been going since 2005 trying to find somebody that would go in there and create jobs. And because of Denise and wherever the realtor is over here, they worked hard trying to find somebody that would go in there. I think we looked at an ice company. I think we've looked at 3 or 4 other companies, but they wouldn't create any jobs. And as a matter of fact, these people can create jobs and probably will create some jobs over time. Where the other buyers that we had recently would create no jobs. So we made a financially wise decision to fulfill my obligation to create jobs on that land, and we didn't sell the other one that would create nothing. And because of this guy, he's the guy that gets the credit. And we're real happy to be selling it to people that we understand this truck business really, really well. And we want to be helpful to them, not as partners, unless you want one. And, and we want to help continue to build jobs down here. Denise, thank you a lot for your help. We're real happy to have sold this to people that will create the jobs, and we'll be happy to continue to help the city of Macon.
Well, right now our name is Al Shepherd's Motor Company, and we're out of Jefferson City, Missouri. We actually, 2 weeks ago, just celebrated 75 years in business. We are an international truck dealership, and we basically have 21 service bays. We have 60 employees. We work on any OEM trucks. We sell predominantly international trucks, but you get other OEMs also. We cover a territory that's pretty big, and one of the main reasons we are moving this direction is because our territory goes to the Iowa border. We don't get up here very good from Jeff City. It's kind of a long haul. This is a good move for us, especially with 36 being as busy as it is. So we've been in touch with a lot of people in the area, and it's just a smart business decision for us to move this way. The building we bought is not complete, so our plans are to slowly get it up and operational, and then expand as time progresses. More employees, more people, and it's a fairly good sized building. So we're hoping.
Sometime in the early spring, maybe
Yeah.
to get started, but at this point, it's hard to tell.
How many employees will you be starting with?
We're thinking 5.
Between 5 and 10, just to get things going, get the area started and get some coverage, and then see where it goes from there.
So, who's your truck competitor up here on this end of the state? Is there any close?
Freightliner and Kenworth,
Are they
and
Columbia?
Mack out of Quincy.
Well, it has been a pleasure for me to be able to work with Matt and Dan over the last several years, just in researching available sites and facilities. And I appreciate their frugalness and the fact that they took their time before making a decision and jumping in. Obviously, I want to thank Bruce and David and Laverne for their willingness to work together with this company, and for Frank for setting it all up and paving the way for something that is going to be very great for Macon. This is an exciting, very exciting event that's going to take place. That building has been empty for 20 years now, so it's exciting to finally see a real company going in there, and obviously the jobs are what we're after. That's what's important. So we look forward to supporting Al Shepherd's in any way that we can, and we do want to thank Iowa Growth Services for all of your efforts on behalf of Macon.
Thank you,
Thank
Frank.
you.
Good man.
This week is the annual Buckland Macon County Junior High School Tournament at Buckland with the championship games on Saturday. All are welcome to come and cheer on the teams.
This Saturday is Brookfield Chamber of Commerce's Oktoberfest, and they have lots of items on the agenda. There will be the second annual craft fair, flea market, and garage sale in the Twin Parks, along with about 40 vendors. A baby show at 10, kids games, hay rides, entertainment, and much more.
They will be raffling off 2 firearms, a Ruger LC9 9mm handgun, and a Ruger American 17 caliber HMR rifle. Contact the Brookfield Chamber of Commerce or the City of Brookfield for tickets.
They are only selling 500 tickets at $10 each, or 3 for $25. Drawing will be held this Saturday if all tickets are sold. You need not be present to win. Proceeds from this raffle will help with the expenses of last year's Lynn County Fair.
And you're invited to join Moberly Regional Little Dixie Library Reading Group Thursday, October 16th at 5:15 as they discuss Dark Places by New York Times best-selling author Gillian Flynn. Copies of the book are available for checkout at the library and all are welcome.
Also, next Wednesday, October 22nd at 2 p.m. is an elementary iPad class for those who need help. Learn how to download apps, take photos, check your email, and more. You may register by calling the Moberly Library at 660-263-4426.
It's the 9th week of high school football, and this Friday, Salisbury Panthers travel to Paris, West Rand Hornets take on the Fayette Tigers at home, and the Macon Tigers take on Centralia at home. So we wish all area teams good luck.
The Missouri Tigers travel to Florida and play this Saturday as well, and the Truman Bulldogs take on Indianapolis at home with kickoff at 1 p.m. If you can't make it to the game, you can catch the game on Crest 104.7.
And if you haven't taken advantage of our pay-per-view events, we would like to announce a few upcoming programs. On Saturday, October 25th, UFC 179 Aldo vs. Mendez 2 will air live.
And on Sunday, WWE Hell in a Cell airs at 7 Central. Call 660-395-9000 to order either of these events, and you can go to the address on your screen to see the full month's schedule and replay times.
Employers, let CVTV help you get the word out about job openings within your organization at no charge. Email your openings to the address on the screen.
Sheridan Valley has an IP network analyst position available. Check our website at cvalley.net for more details.
And CVTV has many exciting shows this week, including Randolph County Old Settlers Parade, Hale School Play, the Macon Demolition Derby, and Fish On with Sam Sagasser. Check out our lineup on our website at cvalley.net. CVTV can also be found on YouTube. And with fall decluttering on our minds, what William Morris said in 1880 still holds true today. Have nothing in your houses that you do not know to be useful or believe to be beautiful.
Decluttering will not make you happier, healthier, more satisfied with your life, but I believe you will feel less anxious and less weighed down. I definitely have some work to do to declutter, and I know my wife would agree with that.
Well, I think we're all in the same boat. So, well, that's all the time we have for now. From all of us at CVTV, we thank you for sharing a part of your day with us.
Stay tuned for another CVTV program coming up shortly.